Good morning. Where did I put my tea? Oh, here's my tea. I felt like vlogging today. It's actually Monday. I am normally at work on Mondays, but I called in sick because I was sick all day yesterday. And I'm feeling much better today, but I can still tell I'm just pretty fatigued from yesterday and last night. I didn't sleep well, but I don't feel sick anymore. I just feel really tired. But I decided to pick up the camera. I think it's because I watched a few vlogs this morning, so now I feel like vlogging. I am taking it easy, and I am drinking tea this morning. It is from Adagio, I think is the tea name, the company name, and it's their Earl Grey Moonlight, and it's the best tea on the planet. So highly recommend. Anyway, this painting, so I'm a day behind, maybe 2 days behind on my daily gouache painting, which is fine. I'm kind of feeling a little bit burnt out. Not necessarily burnt out, I just kind of unmotivated. So I decided to kind of catch up or make up. I decided I would do a large painting that kind of counts for a couple days. Alright, so this paper is 11 by 14, which is a pretty big painting for me. Obviously this month I've been doing mainly I think it's 5 by 7 and 7 by 10. So 11 by 14 is a big jump, and it is Hobby Lobby's own hot press paper. This came out last year, I think. They started doing their own hot press and cold press watercolor paper, and this stuff is so smooth. It to me feels very close to almost like Bristol paper. It's so smooth, which is what I personally really like. I love smooth paper for painting. And I think I've done some watercolor paintings on this paper before. I don't know that I've done gouache. So yeah, this is character from my developing comic, Sugar Serpent. Patrons will hear about her. I'll type about her in more detail on Patreon. But I just kind of wanted to work large, and the idea of getting to do all this detail on her armor on a large scale is to me really exciting. So I'm anticipating this taking a few sittings. The sketch alone probably took half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Yeah, probably closer to an hour. Mainly because I had to just start over. It's not even that tight of a sketch. If you zoom in on these details, you realize there are no details. I mean, there kind of are, but it's very loose, and I don't necessarily want the painting itself to be super tight. Yeah, essentially I like painting this large, and I'm just kind of excited to use gouache regardless of how the painting turns out. I'm in a very painty mood, so after that I think I'm going to spend the day doing some planning. I haven't put anything on my calendar. I haven't given myself any deadlines in a long time, minus this daily challenge, and I think I am at a point where I have a lot going on and I have no deadlines for any of it. So we're gonna paint for a bit and then give myself some deadlines. Hello everybody, it's Miss Mark. Welcome to another vlog. It's voiceover Miss Mark, I should say. This week was kind of a weird one because I was sick on the weekend. I kind of didn't do anything, which was fine, but the whole week felt blurry. I don't know. It's just kind of my schedule was so off from Sunday that I spent the whole week just not knowing what day it is. Plus, next week is Thanksgiving. I'll have all that time off, so I was excited about all the time off that was coming. And just kind of as a result, I think my brain was kind of what's the point of getting back on schedule, because we're just going to be off schedule again. So anyway, this week felt very blurry, but very productive. I felt like I was just going with the flow. I didn't know where we were going most of the week, but felt pretty good about it. So yeah, I reorganized my art room a little bit. A little bit, but also kind of a lot. I really made an effort to focus on a nice looking space instead of prioritizing functional and like cramming as much stuff in as I could and filling every empty space and all that kind of stuff. I really wanted to focus on the aesthetic of it. And I think I did a good job. I'm extremely happy with the way it came out. So there's that. And then I reorganized my stickers into these neat little pastel colored baskets that you can see here. They're very adorable. They're all over YouTube, so that's why I went for them pretty much. But then I used these clear plastic drawers to hold my packing supplies. So, the main goal of this reorganization was purely just to kind of raise the aesthetic a couple notches, and I think I got that done. So, I don't know about anybody else, but I have a really bad habit of I like spaces to look open and airy, but I have this compulsive urge to just fill things. Everything is a nook to be filled with a knick-knack. So, and also on Monday, I sat down and kind of made a bullet list of just kind of everything on my brain. My YouTube videos primarily and comic episodes secondarily. I have a ton of YouTube footage that I could just make 10 videos, 10 to 12 videos, and I just haven't forced myself to sit down and edit them. I have so much footage. But after I got some planing done, I lettered a comic, and I think I uploaded it as well. So the comic will be resuming in a couple weeks. I should make a bigger deal of that. In a couple weeks, the comic will resume, hopefully with minimal interruptions. I'm pretty excited. I really like the next few episodes, and I feel like they really need to not have interruptions. So I'm really pushing myself to take my comic making schedule regime to a new level. So this week I focused on that. I kind of let go of the daily gouache paintings a little bit. Partially because I got sick and that put me behind, and I don't feel like pressuring myself to catch up on this painting challenge. So yeah, that was Monday. It ended up being incredibly productive, but in a restful way, so I was able to actually recover. End of this season, it's been not pacing, but I guess you would call it staging.
Yeah.
When you're in your notes, you're so-and-so finds out. Mm-hmm. And then you actually sit down to draw it, you're okay, I guess it was revealed to them in a dream.
Daisy, this is the ghost of your grandpa.
I'm sorry I didn't raise my son better. Alrighty, so the rest of this video, for the most part, till the end, is a whole lot of penciling. I have more and more with every episode. I've been really trying to push myself in the penciling stage. Inking is kind of my favorite. It's not even kind of. Inking, by far, is my favorite stage of making comics. If I could just do line art for myself, that would be magical. And as a result... Sorry, thought I was going to sneeze. As a result, because I like inking so much, I tend to rush the pencil stage because I'm so excited to get to inking. But what I've noticed, I think I've mentioned this before, what I've noticed is when I'm more careful in the penciling stage, inking is even more fun. Because I'm not wasting time in the inking stage trying to correct things or decide whether or not it's right. I do as much of that problem solving before I ink. I do it in the penciling stage. And it's been really fun because I feel like pencil sketching is something I don't let myself do very often. Not like this anyway. I am usually sketching for for some other purpose, like a painting. But just sitting down with a pencil and a sketchbook knowing that whatever shows up on the page, like that's gonna be it. There's no ink in this sketchbook. It's just gonna stay penciled. It's really kind of cool. I don't know why it feels so magical or so loose or so free. I don't know. It's kind of the combination of, not combination, but it's sort of the effect of, because I know my sketches can't be perfect, I'm not careful with them, and because I'm loose and carefree, they come out great. And I'm really excited for this episode to see how the inking turns out, because I think the penciling was super duper fun. And I took my sketchbook and my pencils to Barnes & Noble to sit in the coffee shop, and I got a London Fog to drink. And yeah, I just put in my earbuds and penciled to my little heart's content. Well, actually, I penciled until I knew I'd been drawing too much and I didn't want to hurt my hand. So then I stopped drawing. But yeah. It's funny though, because I feel like comics teach you so much about life, like making comics. And this week's life lesson, this week in my life, we learned that even with a stage of drawing or a part of a project that you don't like, doing it well makes it so much more bearable, at a minimum, bearable. But at best, it might actually make that stage more fun. So me actually trying hard, like actually going almost all out with these pencil panels, I just like them so much. I haven't finished this episode yet. I haven't finished penciling it, but yeah, I just like it so much. So, speaking of which, in terms of the comic, episode 8 has been scheduled. It's not published yet, but it is uploaded, so that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. Episode 9 is in the polishing stage. I'm going through all the shadows and stuff and tweaking them and making it look the way I want. And then episode 10 is almost all inked. I'm doing the first establishing shot for that episode that has a crowd, and it's taken forever. But other than that first page, my assistant has flatted everything and started shading. I think he got one panel shaded. So, and then what you're watching here, this is episode 11, and let's see, where are we on that? We are about halfway there. I think I've got 15 panels penciled out of 30, so that's where the comic stands. I'm feeling good about it. Alright, I was just working on this vlog here, and I was literally about to like I'm doing the finishing touches, but then something arrived in the mail. These are the stickers for Patreon rewards in December. So, look at you. Oh, you, what I got? Oh gosh. These might be my new favorite stickers. Oh man. Oh man, that's so adorable. This is Prince Tanan from my webcomic Dazer and Eleanor. So this will be the physical reward for the $3 tier over on my Patreon. Yeah, Patreon. I do not have a postcard to go with it, but seeing this, I am super inspired to do something very snowy and sparkly. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get all the close-up shots. So I think there's 30 here, so I'm really into these. Yeah, so shout out to patrons for allowing me to buy sparkle stuff. This is the sticker for this month. It is Meg from my comic Sugar Serpent. really cool too. Look at what it does to her eyes. It literally looks like her eyes light up. And then I don't have a postcard to go with this yet, but this is the postcard for this month right here. So for $5 you get a postcard and a sticker. For $3 you get just the sticker, and for $1 you get to see the sketches. Where's my sketchbook? So this is my little moleskin sketchbook that you guys saw in this video, and I'm gonna take nice try not to show too much nice big photos of some of the sketches in here. So here's a here's a little preview, little sneaky peek. So yeah, for $1 you get to see the sketches in here as well as other stuffs. And then for $3 you get a sticker, for $5 you get a sticker and a postcard, as well as the behind the scenes thing. So yeah, thank you to patrons, because they make these kinds of things possible. Are you tired of looking at it? I'm not tired of looking at it. Alright. Now we can close out the vlog. Oh, I can't wait to put these on Instagram.